welcome to Hashcat Technology. Today I'm going to show you some reconnaissance on an Active Directory environment. We have access into the environment right now, but we don't know what to do next. So let's start out. So far, all I did was an nmap scan, and I found 3 different domain controllers. I'll show you the different domains that I found on this network. So we're going to do NetExec, SMB, and the IP range that you're in. I'm just going to scan the whole network, /24. And here you see this is what is on the network. I know that this 10 is a domain controller according to nmap, doing a port scan on it. This 11 is a domain controller, and this 212 is a domain controller. Next, we're going to try to find some valid usernames that are in these Active Directory environments. So I did some reconnaissance, and with the help of AI, I created a username list of potential usernames. Here is my current username list. I'll show you it's a user list. These are all different usernames it may be. I did first name, first initial, last name, first name dot last name, initial, first name. A bunch of different combinations is what I did so far. So let's run this user list against the Active Directory environment. So I'm going to use a tool called Kerbrute. Kerbrute, we're going to use user enum for enumerating usernames. We're going to run it against the different domains. So the first one we will try will be this 7kingdoms.local. And then we're going to put in the DC IP address 10.0.0.10 and the username list that we came up with. So we found 7 valid usernames in this Active Directory environment. Let's do it again with the next one. So .11 is north, .7kingdoms, and .212 is SOs.local. So now we're just going to switch this over with 11 for the IP address. We got to put in the north dot right here. North dot. So here goes some more usernames. As you see, they're both different. And now we're also going to do the 212 domain controller. And we're going to do SOs.local. There we have a few valid usernames that can be used. So now I'm going to open up my VS Codium. We'll delete this out. I'm going to copy all these usernames. Put them in here. Let's Control-Shift-Copy. Okay. We do the same for these. Control-Shift-Copy. These, Control-Shift-Copy. Move this line. So in this, we're going to remove all of that. We're going to remove all of these. Control F, find and replace. Remove all of these. Control F, find and replace. We're also going to remove all the beginnings. So this is a regex expression, char for beginning, star for everything after, and we're going to do colon because we want it to stop at the colon. Find and replace that with nothing. And we will remove these spaces. Now in the beginning of this, I'm going to do Shift, Alt, and down arrow to get rid of all the spaces in the beginning. And there we go. So now this is a valid usernames in the 3 different domain Active Directory environments. So we're going to just copy this. We can do a touch to create a file. valid users, sudo nano valid users. Paste it in, save it, exit it out. Next, we are going to be doing the same thing on seeing if we can Kerbrute any of these accounts to get any valid hashes off of any of them. So we're going to be using a tool called Impacket, and it's get np users. And then we're going to do a request. We have no passwords yet, so we don't have anything valid in this environment. And we're going to use users file. We're going to put this valid usernames that we just did and the DC IP address. So DC IP, we'll try 10.0.0.10. And then at the end of this, we need the 3 different domains. So we're gonna have to do this 3 different times. So it's 7 kingdoms.local. You gotta have this trailing slash at the end. And let's see if we find anything. So there's nothing in those first list of users. What about north.7kingdoms.local? Nothing in that list of users. And what about the SOs? Nothing in this list of users. So one thing I see that I did wrong is you're supposed to, we got to have the correct IP address for each one. So let's just go back to north. I'm going to change that to 11. That's of course why it did not work. So there we go. Now it's hitting the correct domain controller. Now let's see if we can do the same thing with this domain. There we go. Look at that. Now we have a successful password hash that we can throw into Hashcat and try to crack this password. But now that we have this hash, let's work on cracking it. Let's copy this hash, the whole thing, copy it. We're going to do a sudo nano hashes, make a new file for this. Let's paste this in, save it, exit, and now let's run a hashcat against this password hash file. Hashcat is going to be M18200 against this hashes file. And then we're going to give it the rocku word list, user, share, word list, rocku.text. And let's just try this and see what happens. Okay, now it looks like it was correct. So now let's do a hashcat show on the same file, hashes. And there you go. This is the password for this username, Miss Andre. So now we have a valid username and password, and now you can go deeper into Active Directory because we have valid credentials to go and do stuff in the environment. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments before. I hope you all enjoyed watching this Active Directory reconnaissance and finding users to use in this environment. Thank you. See you all in the next video.